Moving on, anxieties over ungoverned spaces and lawless Afghanistan turning into a significant source of internal security threat are now gradually turning into reality. The watered country, where neither the intention nor the ability to disrupt the drugs trade exist, is emerging as a major narco empire.
Afghanistan is the world's largest producer of opium, contributing more than 80% of the world's supply. In 2018, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime estimated opium production contributed up to 11% of the country's economy. Taliban-controlled Helmand province was the hub of illegal cultivation of poppy. But since the takeover by Taliban, the poppy production in Afghanistan has increased manyfold. Some UN and US officials worry Afghanistan's slide into chaos is creating conditions for even higher illicit opium production, a potential boon to the Taliban. Illegal production of opium in Afghanistan is an advantage for terror organizations like Al-Qaeda and ISIS. According to a report by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, opium production in Afghanistan has crossed 6,000 tons for the fifth consecutive year.
There would be a trend towards growing of opium, but we must not also forget the hand of the Pakistani authorities. The market value of the opium that is being produced in Afghanistan is close to $30 billion. By some estimates, and to a great extent this has been encouraged by the ISI of Pakistan. Even if the ISI is able to capture 30% of this, it's $9 billion, and that's a great sum of money. So whether the Taliban wants to eradicate opium or not is another matter. Certainly Pakistan does not want to eradicate opium cultivation in Afghanistan, and it's a worrying thing.
The Taliban is hoping to expand its drug income as much as possible. Since its takeover, prices of opium in Afghanistan have more than tripled. With the rise of Taliban in Afghanistan and their control over the narco trade, there is a visible and perceptible threat to India's internal security. In India, which is situated between the world's two main opium-producing centers, the Pakistan-Afghanistan-Iran Golden Crescent and the Myanmar-Thailand-Laos Golden Triangle, seizures of Afghan origin drugs have increased. It is a matter of serious concern to New Delhi because these drugs are the major source for funding Pak-sponsored terrorism in this country.
One of the ways of handling this problem, because Pakistan is trying to amplify its strength through the production of opium in Afghanistan, is to stabilize the situation in Afghanistan. Now, India has been asking for an inclusive government which has all stakeholders, every community, every region is represented, all political formations are represented. And in this, I think, except for Pakistan, possibly China, everybody is united. And that is why you had these conference of the national security advisors of India, Afghanistan, the Central Asian republics, thinking of ways and means to control that particular situation.
It has been the failure of the US and the West more broadly to recognize the complex but clear links between drug trafficking and Islamist terrorism. Had the 2001 invasion of Afghanistan been followed by a US campaign to arrest and prosecute Taliban leaders for their narcotics trafficking activities in American courts, the group's appeal among fundamentalist Muslims might have been severely diminished. If the US does not lead an international effort to tackle Afghanistan's drug production, the Taliban's power and ability to commit atrocities will only grow, and its narco state will serve as a haven for Al-Qaeda and other violent jihadist groups. As matters stand, the world can expect a major surge in international terrorism and drug overdose in the months and years ahead.